Today's topic is creating and enhancing HTML web pages. These are the objectives: to design a basic structured HTML document, format and style text using HTML tags, insert images and multimedia in a web page, create and test an HTML form, and build HTML tables to display data neatly. So we are talking about creating HTML tags. We said these tags help us display text, create forms for user input, add images, multimedia, and organize content into tables. Understanding how to combine these elements effectively is essential for developing engaging and user-friendly web pages. So the materials we need to work with: text editor. Today we are using VS Code instead of Notepad. We are making use of VS Code and see how we can create. Then we also need a browser like Firefox or Chrome to test our pages. Then image media. Remember, we created a document, the first page. It will be good if we open that file here, that folder into this, so that we can work with it directly. You understand? Folder. Locate your folder which is on the desktop. Your folder is on the desktop, right? What is the name of our folder? From 225/25. Click, select the folder, and then the folder will be opened. Okay. So this is the page we created that day. You remember that? My page.html. Today, what do we expect to do? We are expected to type this page. So we are going to save it page 1. We are going to save it page 1. So let's go back to VS Code. So now you can click in this space here. Once you open the document, you just click on this place, and then you can just click on this icon. I hope you can see it. This icon here, this one that has a plus here. When you click on it, this is new file. It is shown on it, new file. When you take it to this place, shown new folder. If you want to create a new folder, you can select this one. So let's select new file. Click on this new file. Type the name of the file. It's page 1, but is it page 1, right? Everything is small letters. Let's remove this. Page 1. Page 1. .html. Don't forget to append the file extension on it. Then press enter on the keyboard. Now the file will be open to this place. You understand? Now one good thing about this text editor is that it's going to help you suggest what you want to write. You can just start with HTML. Start typing inside HTML. Then you see how it's suggesting HTML. Choose this one. This is the latest version, HTML5. So select this one. Then it will generate the code automatically for you. To generate the codes automatically. Let me bring this one this way. Okay, you see the text number. So I start with doc type. All these ones are entered automatically. HTML language, English. Head opens here and closes here. You understand? Then after the head, you have the body opening and closing there. Then you have your HTML tag, the closing tag. of the HTML. Any of the tags that you select, you see a matching one. You understand? So this is one good thing about this. This is better than what we were trying to do in using Notepad. So, but it's good to start with Notepad, because with Notepad, nobody suggests anything for you. So you do what you know exactly. So it's good to learn with Notepad too. My web page. Then we have inside the body we have these two codes. Let me just copy these two codes so that will not be coming here frequently. So the only thing you need to write is the title. Create the title. Let's go back to this place. VS Code. So the title is always placed in the head tag. So just double click this document as the title and type my, what did they say? My what? My first web page, right? My first web page. So inside the body, we have to, let's paste what we copied there. We have two lines of code. The first one is carrying heading. It's carrying what? Heading. Now with this, you can also point at it and see what is written there. The head H1 element represents the section heading. Alright. Then we have the P. P here, the P element represents what? Paragraph. So we are done. We can save this and view it from the browser. Now if you want to view, where do you get it? Where do you get it? Go to the folder. Go to the folder on the desktop. Alright? Let's go to the desktop. We can locate the folder from this place. Let's come here. Let's select desktop, or you just press Window plus E to open the Explorer. Then go into desktop. So this is the page one we are talking about. You double click it, and then it's going to open on the browser. The browser will open your page and you look at what is there. Even before opening, you can see what is displaying here under the preview section. Okay, now let's wait for the browser to open it. Okay, this is the browser opening. It has opened. What do we see? The title, page title is what? My first web page. Look at here. Can you see this section here? My first web page. That's the page title. The one we put inside the title tag. So we have welcome to my web page. This is where you see H1. That is the H1. And I told you that headers or headings start from H1 to H6. And H1 is the biggest of them all, while H6 is the smallest of them all. Then you have, this is my simple HTML document, and this was placed inside the paragraph tag. So it has given a space that creates a space between this and this line and this one. You understand? You can see a space in between them. I hope you are following. The folder holds the file. The file is that file you created, and the folder is the place where you save your file. The location, the file location where you place your file. So you need to open the folder before you open your file. You can access your file. It's like you write a letter and you put inside an envelope. Thanks for formatting. Add the following tags to your HTML to to format text. We have B for bold. This is it. Start from here and ends here. This one start from here and ends here. Then, alright. Then we are also going to add horizontal rule or horizontal line. And then we are going to also add break tag. So there are a lot of tags that we can do to format. Now let me okay, let's go to the VS Code text editor. First we have to use tag. Let's just create another paragraph here. Okay, now if you want to create a paragraph now, you simply type let me enter to the next line. Just press P. You see P there, select it. That is paragraph, alright? And the paragraph inserted automatically. Press enter to go into the paragraph. You see some of the suggestions. Let me use this. Yes. Let's make use of this. Okay. I will also make use of this one. Very good. Okay. So we have two paragraphs now. We have two paragraphs here now. I want us to make use of both. Okay. Just before this, or here after this one here, you can just start with bold. That is the bold tag. The closing part has been inserted here. Just remove it, or you come outside and remove this text here. Remove it. Ctrl X. Come in between the bold tag and place it there. You understand? So that the bold tag starts here and closes here. When you point at it, you also see a message there. The B elements represent a span of text to which attention is being drawn without conveying any extra importance and with no implication. Okay, you may not understand what is happening there, but when we run this code, you will see what happens. Save this quickly and let's go and view it from the browser. That's when you point at this one, it will show you the note will come, they will appear there. Any of the tags that you point at, it will explain it. That is an explanation. If you are not completely, if you don't understand it, you can click on this MDN reference. Then you open it on the internet to read more about that. But don't worry, you will learn, you will get conversant with everything here. Okay, I want you to see the emphasis placed on this text. You see how it is bold now, right? This page is created to demonstrate basic HTML structure and element. That's the text we entered, and we place it in between the bold. I think let's go quickly and make this one become italics, and then let's use the whole of this one, the I tag. That's I tag. Seen it. Now to underline, let's underline HTML, basic HTML structure here. This one to here. You understand? It's just for you to place your tag. Everything you want to do in your HTML page, you must know the tag for that thing. And if you get confused or if you forget any tag, you have internet with you. You can go to internet and Google for any tag for anything that you want to do. You understand? I recommend W3 Schools website for you to be your companion in learning this. Okay? So let's add the tag here. Just put this angular bracket. The tag is what? To underline. So we use U. You see what is suggested there, but you can press enter if that's the one you want, then close it. When you close it, maybe you copy this thing out, copy this one here, or cut it here. Just Ctrl X and come and put it here. Ctrl V. The write-up is still there. This page is created to demonstrate HTML structure. Oh, what is the basic? I think we're having basic HTML structure. Okay, so let's write the basic there. Basic HTML structure and elements. Save it. Go to the browser. When you refresh here, you will still see how basic HTML structure is underlined. You understand? So that's how you can underline your text using the U. Any other tag? I think one more. We have one more of the instructions. Let me insert another paragraph. Just press P and then select P and press enter again. There is a suggestion of text there. I don't want to use that one. Let me just add another one. What do we write here? Right, deserves. Okay, let me just use that text that you suggested there. Alright, now we want to see how H2 can work. Let's use H2 now. Write H2 and then press enter. So remove this one. Put it at the end of this sentence. You understand? Then I also wanted to demonstrate something. So let's move to, okay. Let me create another paragraph here. Let me create another paragraph and write something is P. Okay, enjoy learning HTML. Just when the suggestion is right for you, just press tab key. But then I don't want to use this I don't want to use H3 again. I don't want to use H3. I want to demonstrate something that is close to, okay. Let's go and view this one first, this H2, and compare it with H1. You understand? Let's view it on the browser and compare. Refresh this. You see H2 here, but this H2 and this H1. You see the difference, but they are not of the same size, but this one is close to this one. So that's how H2 and H1 can be used. If you put it for H3, then you will also see the difference. And this is clearly different. Now I will also go and use a substitute of bold so that we can see. We use strong and we use it with this. So that is, we have strong here. Strong, if you point at it, it's showing you the strong element represents a strong importance, seriousness, or urgency for its content. So if we save this and run it, refresh on the browser, let's see what is happening. You see that this one is also appearing just like when we use bold here. Can you see that? They're appearing almost the same thing. It's the same thing. So that is how you can format your text. One other thing we have been doing and you may not notice is this. To place this text line by line. Let me show you something. If you don't use paragraph, for instance, you just write this thing. My friend, give me another keyboard. This is my keyboard. Okay, my friend. Okay, let me accept what is there, and then press enter and write another thing. I'm going to remove that paragraph. Let's see what will happen. How are you copying? How are you doing today. Let me accept this one. Okay, start this with capital letter H. Alright, this thing is placed into 2 lines. Have you seen it? Have you noticed it? So something has been happening here which I do not tell you, but I want you to observe it. This is not within the paragraph tag. These 2 were not placed inside the paragraph. What happened? Okay, they were not placed within the paragraph tag. So you expect that this first line should appear when you display it in the browser. Then this second line should also appear when you display it in the browser. But well, that will not be the case if you view it here. Let's refresh. You see that it's not on this. Everything is on single line. Just that this space is not enough. Then it has entered here, but it doesn't start with "How are you?" You understand? This is it. How are you? Supposing you place it, if you place it within the paragraph tag, then this should move to the next line of paragraph. It should take you to the next paragraph. So how do we do that? Let's go there, edit this thing. Let me also cut this one, it's too long. So let's or if you want it to start on a different line, you must use the line break that we were talking about, BR. You understand? The BR tag is a tag that is a single tag. It is not doesn't has the closing end, so it doesn't require the closing part of it. So once you type PR there, you will see that this thing, when you view it now, you see that this one will come to the next line. This head in 1. Okay, this is a simple document. So let's divide from here. HR, type HR and press enter. That has been removed. Now this HR, we have not yet start talking about we have not yet talking about we are yet to start looking at the attributes, tag attributes, but we can start adding attributes here. We can just say, let's give it this HR, let's just give it the size. Let's give it size 3. Let's give it size 3. And then you can also give it the color. Let's give it a color blue. So you see that many things are being suggested here when you want to. Let's refresh and see what is there. Okay, you can see how the horizontal rule is drawn there. Alright, so that is that. We'll be moving to the next practical, which is practical C. Art, graphics and multimedia. Use the following code to insert an image. Alright, now before you insert an image, you have to look for an image and place it inside your image folder. You understand? You can copy an image somewhere and place it inside your image. But let me copy this link for the image and put it there first before we do that. Copy it here. Let's go to our VS Code. Go to our VS Code and place it somewhere. Let's place an image tag here. Alright, that is the image tag. I will come back to it and edit it. Now this folder, images, we have not used it yet. So to place your image or to insert your image inside your document, you need to copy your image and place it inside this folder, images. That is the reason why, or the essence why we created that folder. So let me locate images from my desktop. go to documents, then locate pictures. Okay. Let me open this one. Let me copy this image. Understand? Let me copy it. Copy this image out. Wow, before you copy the image, let's look at the image property so that we can know what image we are dealing with. Understand? You right click on this image, go to properties. Are you with me? Select properties. Select this one. You go to properties. Let's look at the name of the image. Look at this name of the image. And the file format .jpg. I hope you see it. All these things they matter when you want to upload image into your website. Note the image name. This is the image name. You can also change it to a name that is more conversant, or that is easier for us, so that it shouldn't give us headache. Okay, click. So the name has been changed. You see it changing there. Then right click and also copy the image. Copy this image. For you to be sure of the images you are using, just collapse this and you see the images. You understand? The two images that we copied into this folder, they are displayed there. ICSSI.jpg, and then we have canvas1.jpg. So we can now go to the code now. In your image tag, you see that the image tag does not have a closing tag. It's a self-closing tag. It opens here and closes by this angular bracket, the right one. You understand? So the first thing on the tag is, the tag element is img, then the source src is for this, where you are going to place the URL of that image. So what we have here is from the sample here we have image.jpg. We will change this image name. Okay. Let's remove this thing. Let's remove this one. Then let's copy the name and place it here. Now before this one will work, you will still have okay, this is correct. It has copied together. If you copy it that way, it comes together with the folder name. You understand? Because you have to mention the folder's name, which is images, because it is found inside the folder images. So the images folder will appear slash, then the image name, which is ICSSI. That is the reason why I copied it from there. Then you have the auth, which is for alternative. You can type anything here, that if the image, for example, if the browser is unable to display the image, a text will appear to tell you what is supposed to appear in this image. So you'd have say this is let's say an image of the building, or let's just say school image, SCH image. So we have properties here as width, the width of the image, how it is going to appear there. It has been fixed to 300. That is 300 pixels. Let's view from the browser and see what is appearing there first. Go and refresh from your browser. Okay, you see the image now. That is the width of the image. Now, normally when you are using, when you want to customize the size that's going to display. When you work with width, then don't touch the height. But if you want to choose height, then leave the width, let it adjust automatically. Because if you now say you want to also give height, it will overstretch. Let's say you want to put height there and put it 200. It may overstretch and may not be looking fine. So if you can choose one of the properties, then leave the other one to allow it to adjust to that one. I hope that is clear. So if you now refresh, you see how it is stretched now, huh? And this one is overstretched. That's not the normal size. Okay, that's just for you to know. Alright, so let's remove this one. We are still going to insert another image. We are still going to insert another image. Let's insert another image right after this one. So this is how you type. If you like, you just type IMG and then you see there are suggestions here for you. The second one, this one. Why? Our website is now looking. See images down there. Let's go back to this thing. Yes.
If you want the image to become an outline, you still use red card from the line. Like the images on the same line in the web browser.
You want them to be on the same line.
I'm going to come to another line.
Okay, to move to the next line. I think we have introduced break here now. We introduced BR here, isn't it? BR. So let's try using BR and see what will happen. Let's use BR and view it again. Okay. You see that? So there are a lot of things that we can do. We can even insert divs. We have not come to that yet. Div will enable us to place them in containers. A div is a container. We'll come to that when it is time for that. So don't worry. Yes.
So if you want to copy picture, you're going to highlight
Picture like this one.
Yes.
Okay, to copy it into your folder.
Yes.
No, you right click on the image. Go to your document where it is located. Right click, come to this folder. You come to the folder we were using. This folder here. This is the folder we have been using. Our root folder is this com225 /_25. So you come to this folder and then right click on this images folder and then you paste. Choose paste. When you choose paste, then the image will be pasted there before you use it in your code. So that is what you do. I want us to continue to look at the next thing that we have to do here. Alright, the next thing is to add audio or video using tags. This is the tag for audio. We have audio controls, then the source inside there, and audio stops here. So let's copy this one out and edit it there. Then after that we'll copy this one that is for video. You understand? So go to the text. Alright. Let's introduce HR now so that we can break this thing to the next row. Okay. Now let's introduce paragraph, because paragraph will give us what we want. Okay, let's place this one inside the paragraph. Just press this one there. That's the audio. Okay, the audio, the controls here will allow you to control the video, to either play it, fast forward it, or pause or stop. These are the controls. That's the reason why we have this word controls. You understand? So the controls attribute has to be there in your audio and even in your video tag, so that you can have access to those controls. Alright, now before we do this, we have to create another folder. This is not images again. We create a folder for media. Let's have a media folder. Let's go to the root folder and do that. You get it? Let's go to our root folder and create another folder. I hope by now you know how to create folders. You just right click here, go to new, and choose what? Folder on top there. So let's have media folder. Let's enter. Now you should also note that if you are inserting media into your document, you are increasing the size of your design, your web design. You understand? Because this media, they come in gigs. Their sizes are heavy. You understand? Here, let me check for audio. Let me check for audio here. Okay, we have music here. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have any audio in my. Wait. I'm supposed to have audio in my system here. Okay, if audio is not there, let's leave it. Let's check for videos. Let me check for videos. Even for videos, okay. I'm looking for the one that is small. And the one that is, the size is not big. Let me copy this. I hope you see what I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
I want to copy this into our folder. Yes. I have no audio in my system, so let me make use of the video. Desktop from 225. Okay, so paste it inside this media. Paste here. If you want to know whether it is there, you collapse. Okay, it's still copying. It's still copying there. While it is still copying, let's go back. So instead of this audio, because I don't have audio, let me just leave that one there and copy that. Let's copy this text for video. Copy this one. Let's paste it in another paragraph. So let's paste it here. Now the video source will be here. Let's open this. Copy this one. Copy it there and paste here. You see, but so this one is pasted. Save it and let's go and view. If it is for this video, then it will only import video. If it is for a video tag, then it's going to import only video. Yes. But it's the same thing now, it's looking the same thing. Look at what we have here. Look at what we have here for audio. You see, but I see here, it's the same thing. There's nothing changing there. The only thing is the tag that changes. This audio tag, while this one is video tag. And this one also have controls. Then there's the height and width of the audio of the video. So let's save it and go to the browser. Let's open it on the browser. Let's refresh. Okay, you see this is the one for audio, but since no file has been linked, it cannot work. But this one is for video. Alright, so the list that you are going to create, that program, you see how it's working, but that's the video we have. And you can see the video working. You see the video and the audio. You can click here to this. That's the reason why we add controls. You can put it full screen. You can exit. How do I create a list in number 1? You understand? Click here to exit full screen. I hope it's noted now. Alright, so that is what we need to do. And the last part, second to last, we have practical D, E, and that will be the last 2 practicals that we have. Anyway, we will not be able to go to that, so we'll be stopping here. What will happen is that I may go on and carry out the practicals and upload the video for you to see, and next time we'll move to the next practical. You understand? Or what will happen is the next practical we'll do that together, because we even skip this audio because we didn't have the audio on our device here. Media, which is upcoming. The media now is audio, not video again. We have demonstrated how we can insert video here. So I'll be demonstrating how to add video. Let me go to my files. Go to my audio files. Let me pick one of the audios here. Okay, let me pick this one. Copy. Go to the file. Go to the folder. The root folder, which is this COM225. This is the media. You now paste inside this folder. Paste it there. Go back to the code. You see that this audio is posted there. You can right click and copy. Copy it here now. Go to this is the tag, the audio tag, then the source. Put the source here, paste it there. That's the name. At all cost. That's the audio. MP3. So this one you can change to MP3. Or let's first of all leave it at this one, MPEG. Okay. Save your work. Go to the browser and refresh. Okay. Where's the file? Oh no, the file is not here. And go to the root folder. Yeah. Okay. Open page 1 with your browser. When you open page 1 with your browser, you see what is there. Okay. Scroll down. Alright, this is it. The audio is to be played 8 minutes 56 seconds. Just click here and then you start.
More music at kingdomboys.com.
So there are controls that are added to it. you can select playback speed and so on. So that is that. I don't have that for audio. Let's go back to the instructions. Okay, so students are expected to do this and then as respond here. Did the image, audio, video appear correctly? Yes or no. If it appeared correctly, then you type yes. If not, then you say no, so that we can find out. Alright, so we'll be moving straight to practical D. Practical D. Yeah. Create a simple form. Add this code to create a user input form. So we have a form here. There are some attributes of a form which we need to explain, but for now let me just copy this one. I'm not going to go too deep, but let's copy this one, go to our VS Code, then let's try to edit something here. Let's say let's add paragraph here. Then let's say feedback. Let's have it. Strong. Select strong. Feedback. Okay, feedback. Want to get feedback from customers. So yes. Okay, there's a form that is being suggested here. If you like, you just accept this one, or you just skip it. Let's paste our own Ctrl V. Our own form is there. Input type text. The name equals to name. Then we break it here. Then the second line has email. First input type email. Okay. Actually, this is not a feedback. If it is for feedback, then we need to have a text area. Let's customize it to fit into what we want to design here, even though this is what they are giving us to do. But let's okay, let me leave that one. Let me just add another one. Let me add another one. After the break, let's have a message. Yes. We select this one. Okay, normally that's what we have for each. Okay, this message, select text area, name equals to message, rows, 4 rows. You can decide to add more than rows, 4 rows. Let's have it up to 10 rows, and then columns, we have 50. Okay, that's okay. That is pixels. Alright, so submit. Input, we have another element here known as input, and this is a tag, input tag, which is for submit, and it's written, the value is submit here, so that it's going to appear on the screen. When you refresh this, you will see it. Let's go to the browser and refresh. when you refresh, discover that we have a form here, feedback. Okay, I forgot to put a line break there, or line okay, but this is the submit and this is the message. Okay, this is too tall. Let's reduce it to, let's say, 2 rows. Let's go to the code and reduce it so that you see where we're talking about the rows. Okay, this message rows, let's make it 4 rows as it were before. Then come to this, refresh it and see what's there. Okay, see that this size has been reduced. Okay, and here you see that the user will enter the name, somewhere, email, yes. Okay, let me select this one. The email is there. The message, I love this website. So this message will now, when we click, it should be able to submit it to the database. If the backend has been developed. But now that is what it will not submit anything. Because we didn't customize it to submit anything. Supposing you want to submit, if it were going to work, then we have to edit the attributes of form here. I think we'll go to that later, but let me just say the form method will be there. Then let's have it post. Post action. You can include action. Submit form.php. That is if we have created a page as submit form.php, then we can add it there. But since we don't have that page created, let's just direct this one to this page. Okay, let's say to page 1. Let's just post it to, okay, let's say my page.html. Like when you submit this form, it's going to take you to my page, this page here. Understand? That's the action, and it's going to post. So that is that. Otherwise this thing is not, doesn't want to stand here on this one. You have to stand here on this one and put a break there. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's save it. Let's save it. Go to the browser and view it. Let's refresh. Okay, so let's enter again somewhere. Select this. I love this website. Okay, so click submit here. Then it should take you to this page now. Takes you to this web page again. You understand? So that is how normally what happens when you submit a form. This is what a form can do. This is exactly what forms can do. I think that is what we have to do. The next one is, okay, our response here is what two input types were used. You know the input types that we have. We use text, we use email, we use submit, and so on. If you look at them, you can choose right there. Okay, create a table. That's the next thing, creating a table. Let's copy this one anyway before we talk about that. Copy this one. Let's move to the but of course you can create your own table. Let me break this one here. Let me draw a horizontal line, HR. Okay, before we enter to the new paragraph. Okay, so I want to draw a table now. If you want to draw a table, you can simply type table, and then let me show you manually before we can paste that. Then inside the table we have what is called a table row. So you can type TR, which is table row. Then inside the table row we have what is called table data, TD. So normally that is what we do. So you want to create a table that has multiple rows, then it means you will create these multiple rows several times. Okay, let me just paste what we have here before we look at it together. Okay, inside this table there's an attribute that is added, border 1. Even though you see this one in red, it means that we're not supposed to use this here. We need to give this attribute inside the CSS. That's the convention. By convention we're not supposed to use this now. We need to use the normal way of doing it. But don't worry, because of the purpose of what we want, let's just move on here. Okay, look at this table. This is the first row of the table. It contains 2 columns. The first one is now the table head. That's why you see TH. The second row, the second column now is TH. Sorry, the second one is also the head. It contains the heading. So that's why you have table head. TH is for table head. Then inside the second row now takes 2 columns, which is TD, which is table data, first one, table data, the second one. Then the third row contains 2 data. We have TD and TD here. The first one is Bob. This table has been created with values already. It has been created with values. When you now close this one here, you see that TR, this is the third row. This one is the second row, it closes here. This is the first row, closes here. So you have 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3. So when you run this, when you save it and view it from the browser, you will see it. Refresh this thing, move down, and you see this is it. So there are more attributes to tables, but we'll do that more in CSS. You can add width here, you can affect it, but that's not the convention of doing it. Even though you can, this way spread halfway of the page because you are using percentage. So let's just view it. Just view it. Okay, you see how it has spread. Okay, so that is all we have for today. I also charge you to like our videos on the YouTube channel, which is SAMIK Digital Lectures. Share our videos to loved ones, and also subscribe so that it will help this channel to grow. Also, you can click the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload new content. Thank you.